Hello everyone, I'm Loganathan from Loga QA Automation channel. Welcome back to the next video in our Python series. So in the last video we have covered the if conditions, how to use a plain if and how can we use if with an else, and then how can we do if, elif and then else, and also we saw how to do nested if, right? So now in the condition statement itself we have two more. One is this ternary operator and then the switch statement in Python. So those two we'll cover in this video. And first one is ternary operator. So from the word ternary we understand that it's going to have three inputs and based on which it is going to perform some actions, right? So let's go ahead and start with the new Python file. So I just under condition folder itself I'm creating a new Python file and I'll name it as test04. I'll close this 03 and I'll give a simple example. So a is equal to 10 and yesterday we saw if a is equal to 10, I print, say it is 10. Else what I do, I print it as not 10. Let me run this program. To select current file and I'm running it one more time. So it prints 10. So the moment I enter 10, it prints 10. If I put something else, say 11, and if I run it, it says it is not 10. And here I'm using if condition, right? So if and then condition statement, and if it is true it is getting in, if it is false it is getting into else. The same thing how can I do using another statement which is called ternary, but observe that this has only one statement in the condition block and else block, if condition block and else block. So that is the reason I'm using ternary operator, otherwise I will not be able to use it. So let's start with it. So first of all the syntax is, let me start with a variable and then let me have a comment. Okay, it should have a variable and then it should have true value and the condition and then else and then true value and then if condition and then else false value. So what I mean by that, so there is a condition, if it is true then this true value will get assigned to the variable. If the condition gets false, if the condition is not met, then the false value will get assigned to the variable. So let me try it now. So variable is equal to, the true value is 10. So let me put 10 here and then if a is equal to 10 else it is not 10. Is it clear? So same program, whatever I have written there, I have added here in this format. So what is going to happen? First, when the control comes to the line number 10, it goes to this if condition and checks if the condition is true or false. If it is true, then it puts 10 in the variable. If it is false, then it gets into else and then puts the not 10 into the variable. So I'll comment these and then I'll execute this. Did it run? Okay. I did not print the variable, that is why it just ran. I'll use print statement to print the variable. Alright, let me run it. It says not 10. And if I make it 10 and if I run it, it prints 10. Right? So remember that for a simple if else statement, instead of using multiple lines, I can put it in one line and using this ternary operation method. So I have to put the true value at the beginning and then I should give the condition and else for the false value. and depending on the condition whether it is met or not, the variable will have the new value and then it will get printed here. So this is about ternary. Next, let us learn about the switch statement. So people who have knowledge in other languages, in other programming or scripting languages, will know about this switch statement. It is mostly powerful. Okay, the reason why I'm saying powerful is if it is an if condition. Let's go and take some nested if. Okay, yeah, let's go here. So this is a if ladder, right, that we saw yesterday. For example, if I enter the mark between 90 and 100, so what happens, the condition goes from top to bottom, or the line of execution goes from top to bottom, and it verifies every condition here, right? First it checks whether the mark is greater than 0 and less than or equal to 34. No, it is not. Then it goes to elif, and here it verifies whether the mark is between 35 to 59. No, again it comes to the line number 14. Then again here checks whether it is falling between 60 and 89. No, and then finally it comes to this block, and then this block gets executed if you enter a mark more than 90. So just before coming to this point, it has to check 3 conditions and then it comes here. So assume that there are so many conditions. Here just we have 3 conditions, say hundreds of conditions, or maybe 100 will be too much, I'm exaggerating. So say you have 20 conditions, okay? So your value falls on the 20th condition. So what will happen? So the program will have to check all 19 conditions before it gets into the 20th condition. So during such cases, it is better to use switch statement. But in Python, there was no switch statement available until the version 3.10. So only from 3.10, Python 3.10, we have the switch statement. So please check your Python version before you try the next program that we are going to write. So let me close this. I'll add a new test, new Python file, test 10 dot, or test 10, I'll keep the name. So I'll go with the same example. So this time I'll give the mark. I cannot go with the mark. Say I go with a is equal to 1, and then here I say match a, then case 1, I say that print 1, case 2, print 2, case 3, print 3, and case hyphen. I'll explain you the syntax in a minute, just watch. Out of range. Okay, let me run this. Great. Okay, so what I'm doing here is, assume that there is a selection. Okay, you are given a multiple choice question. Okay, so you have a question and you need to answer. So answer, you have given 3 choices. 1, 2, 3, and then so the user is asked to select one of the choices, and based on the selection, the computer is going to validate whether the answer is correct or not. Okay, so the user will have to pick from 1 to 3, and if he enters 1, it prints 1. If he enters 2, it prints 2. Maybe I'll put it in this way. If he enters 1, it says good work, or let us put it in this way. say this is rank, okay? Instead of questions, let us put as ranks. So we generally appreciate people who score first 3 ranks in the class, right? So here I say excellent for the rank 1. And here I say that good work. Here I say that nice job. But here I say that try hard. Try hard to get first 3 ranks. Okay, and now let me play this. So it says excellent. So what it does here, first of all, the statement is not switch, it is match. Okay, so you need to use match, and then I'm using the variable a, and then I'm defining few cases. So what I mean, if the variable is 1, then print the statement. If the variable matches 2, then print the statement. If the variable is equal to 3, then print this. If variable is not in 1, 2, 3, then do this work. So this is where I will be using the switch condition. Understand that switch cannot be used for the conditions like greater than or less than or greater than or equal to and all. It has to be used only for the conditional statement which is double equal to. Okay, think from that angle. And also this case underscore colon is the case which should be there at the end. You cannot have it at the beginning, it should be always at the end, and it should it'll get executed only when no case is executed before. Means there is no match, only then this will get executed. If there is a match, then this will never get executed. So these are the syntax of switch statement. Let me try to test it with different values. I'm giving a is equal to 2. So it says good work, and I'll test it with 3. It says nice job. If I enter any other value, say 5, it says try hard to get the first 3 ranks, right? So what is the advantage comparing to if? It's not, when I enter 5, it is not going to check whether it is 1, whether it is 2, whether it is 3. No, it's not going to check all these. Instead, it will directly jump to the default statement, that is case underscore block, and it executes it. If I say 3, then what is it going to do? It is also directly get into this case 3 and it executes it. It is not going to execute these cases, or it is not even going to check these cases. Okay, that is the reason why the match or switch statement is powerful and performance wise better than the if conditions. Okay, so we have covered all the conditional statements we have in Python. The first one is if, next one is ternary, and then the last one is switch case. In the next video, we will see the looping statements. Thanks for watching. Until we connect in the next video, bye from me.